Hello everybody! Today we're going to make an asparagus tart. You need green asparagus, and this is like a more fancy recipe today, a little bit more technical. So I wear my chef jacket and we're going to start the recipe in 2 seconds. Welcome to Cooking with Class Recipes. My name is Eric Frodo. I'm a chef. I've been a chef for 30 years, so I've been cooking a lot. With my wife, we own a cooking school in Paris for 13, 14 years now, and we also hold cooking classes in Uzès and soon to come in Seville. On this series of cooking classes that we're going to put online for you guys, we're going to use a lot of fresh vegetables. It will be fantastic for you to cook for your family. Some of them will be easy and fast and quick for quick lunch, quick dinner. Some of them will be a little bit more complicated, more sophisticated maybe, more challenging for you, but that's also the purpose, is to get to be a better cook. After you've watched the video, something you don't understand, you can always come back to it. So we're going to provide to you some recipes, some footage, a lot of things to watch on the internet. Are you interested? Do you want to cook with us? To make that beautiful and interesting recipe, you will need a few ingredients, but one of the most important, of course, is the asparagus. So you see this one is slightly curved and this one is more straight. That's what you need. If you can, find straight, green, fresh asparagus. You need a ring, a parchment paper, a baking sheet, and a few ingredients. A little bit of sugar, 1 egg, small egg will be fine, almond meal or almond flour, ground almond flour, a little bit of salt and butter. And now we're going to make the recipe together. Let's start. You need the asparagus, as I said, the ring. What you want to be sure that the asparagus, you don't cut them shorter than the ring. This is a Michelin-Starred restaurant recipe. It's technical, it's very doable at home, but it's very impressive too. If you receive some people and you want to make that, it's not going to be that long to make, and it's very good. Take your asparagus and you get rid of those small little things that I never remember the name in English, but they are a little tough in your mouth, so just like this. You don't really have to peel green asparagus. You usually peel only the white ones. But you can, if you want, is just to peel a little bit of that part there, is slightly tougher, maybe more fibery, and you make your asparagus like this. The next step is to blanch the asparagus. Blanching is boiling water with salt and a ice bath where you can put all the asparagus when you're soaking them in cold water so they keep the green. We're just going to keep them very al dente, but they need to be blanched. We use hot water with salt and the lid before for the boiling. It's important because you save energy. Energy is money, so it's important. You add some salt just before you add your green asparagus, and you let them boil for a few seconds. Let's say maybe a minute, as if they're small, slightly longer if they're bigger. About 1 minute has passed. Now our asparagus are blanched. You go through it and you see it's still a little, not tough, but it's not completely tender, and that's what you want. And you put them in a ice bath and you let them cool down completely. And we're going to dry them up on a paper towel before we use them. Asparagus are ready. Now we're going to work on the cream, or the dough that's going to make look like a tart. It's an interesting flavor because you have the almond, but also you have some sugar. And that's very important for the entire flavor of the recipe. Your butter needs to be soft. You add it to the almond meal and you mix a little bit everything. Then you have the sugar, a good pinch of salt, black pepper, the flour, use that one, it's bigger, You want to be sure that the butter is incorporated to the dry ingredient before you add the egg. You probably know that recipe of the almond cream. You see that in a lot of with pastry, sometimes in pies. It's an interesting, different flavor that we're going to mix with the asparagus. Getting there. Oops. Then you add the whole egg. You mix well. You see the consistency? It's very creamy. Voila! So now it's time to finish the tart. Pencil, the ring, in the inside, you mark your ring. Take it on the other side. And you're going to take the asparagus and you're going to take them and cut them in half like this. A little bit of olive oil just to be sure that it doesn't stick to the paper, to the parchment paper. Brush lightly, gently, and you put them there like this. So you see, tap, tap, and on the other side. So obviously the tip needs to be inside and they need to be really stuck to each other. We're going to make another one to show you exactly how it goes. Alright, I think you got the idea of what I'm doing now. Make more sense probably to you that at the beginning. Right. So you have to play with the asparagus to be sure you got very nice like this. Okay. So now the technical part of it is to cut all the tail so everything fit inside the ring. Alright, you don't need the ring right away, you will need it after because you have the small little design or drawing that you've done with your pencil. And you go around and you cut like this. So all that you keep it, put in your salad that you can make. So you need a sharp knife so you don't struggle too much. So it starts to look pretty good. So now we're going to put the ring inside. So you can always use a little bit your fingers and the knife. You're going to press to be sure that everything is flat underneath. You're done with the cutting. You're going to season a little bit your tart, a little bit of salt and pepper. And we're going to use the cream. We probably have too much. You don't need that much, but you have to be very delicate. So you use like this and you press. So you need to fill up the holes. And this is also very delicate. You have to take your time to be sure that everything is fine. and you spread the cream slowly. You can eventually use a piping bag too, but I've noticed that it was easier with the spoon, the back of the spoon. Now you have it ready. You have your thin layer of almond cream. Don't put too much. It doesn't need to be 1 centimeter or ½ inch. A ¼ inch is plenty. It's just to hold the asparagus by itself. You turn your oven on at 210 Celsius, pretty hot, like 450, and we're going to cook that for 10 minutes. As soon as you take it out of the oven, you flip it over so the almond cream is in the bottom. It's not a cream anymore, it will be like a dough, and the asparagus on top.